South Korea was once a poor country ravaged by war, limited resources, a broken economy, and uncertainty about the future. But today this country is counted among the most advanced and fastest growing economies in the world. What happened that South Korea rose out of poverty in just a few decades and became a global power in technology, automobiles, and electronics? How did a country that once depended on aid become a powerhouse of innovation and exports? So let's understand this inspiring, fast, and shocking journey of South Korea from the beginning, and how it went from a poor country to a global superpower. Chapter 1. The initial foundations, beginning with the struggle. After the Korean War of 1950, the country was completely devastated. Cities were reduced to ruins and the economy was almost destroyed. At that time, South Korea was counted among the poorest countries in the world, where people's incomes were very low and industries were almost non-existent. But this is where the foundation of change was found. The government gradually started focusing on education, infrastructure, and industrial development. The country promoted small-scale industries by using foreign aid and cheap labor. These initial steps went on to become the strong foundation for South Korea's rapid economic growth, propelling it towards becoming a powerful and developed country. Chapter 2. Industrial policy of the Park Chung-hee era. After the military coup in 1961, Park Chung-hee adopted a new strategy to transform South Korea's economy, which was called an export-first industrial policy. In 1962, he launched the first 5-year plan, which focused on heavy industry and increasing exports. Gradually, the results began to show. On November 30, 1964, the country's exports crossed $100 million. In one of his speeches in 1965, Park clearly stated that production, export, and manufacturing were the country's biggest priorities. After this, the government gave a boost to exports by giving facilities like subsidies, tax exemptions, and better infrastructure to companies. Due to these steps, South Korea's economy began to grow rapidly, and the country quickly began to make a strong mark in the global market. Chapter 3. Education, human capital, and skill development. One of the major reasons for South Korea's success is its emphasis on education and skill development. The government invested in education in a big way, which created a highly educated and skilled workforce in the country. According to the OECD, more than 71% of Korean youth aged 25 to 34 have completed higher education, one of the highest proportions in the world. The advantage of this was that the country had a large number of technical and multilingual youth, which is very important for modern industries. In addition, Korea established a number of research institutes and technical universities to increase expertise in the field of engineering and science. This strong human capital fostered innovative innovations and helped companies create products with advanced technology, making the country's economy grow faster. Chapter 4. The rise of Chaebols and private enterprises. Large industrial groups, known as Chaebols, played a very important role in the economic development of South Korea. The government helped these companies grow rapidly by giving them special policies, cheap funding, and patronage. For example, Samsung was founded in 1938, and after the war, it expanded into many industries, starting with textiles. Similarly, LG started in 1958 with an electronics company named Gold Star, which was created to meet the domestic needs of the country. The Hyundai Group also ventured into the electronics sector in 1983, which later evolved into the SK Hynix. These large conglomerates worked in many different sectors by taking advantage of government support and secure domestic market and strengthened the country's exports. These companies later proved to be important in making South Korea a global economic power. Chapter 5. Semiconductors and the DRAM Revolution. South Korea made itself a world leader by paying special attention to the semiconductor industry. This industry started in 1965, and in 1983 the country achieved a major milestone by developing the DRAM 64K chip. This was followed by rapid growth, and by 1992 South Korea became #1 in the DRAM market. Today, about 60% of the world's DRAM and NAND memory chips are made here. This is largely due to companies like Samsung Electronics and SK Hynix, which invested heavily in research and new technology. The government also gave tax exemptions and incentives to the sector by implementing the K-Chips Act in 2023. Thanks to these continuous innovations and government support, South Korea has become the world's leader in memory chips today. Chapter 6. Consumer Electronics and the Smartphone Era. In the 1990s and 2000s, South Korean companies achieved tremendous success in the field of consumer electronics. Samsung ventured into this industry in 1969 by creating its first color TV and gradually became a global brand in TV, mobiles, and home appliances. Along with this, LG also made a big mark in electronics and display technology. LG entered the smartphone market around 2010, while Samsung's mobile sales grew so quickly that it became one of the largest smartphone manufacturers in the world. LG made significant contributions to OLED and display technology. Due to the continuous development of new products and strong branding, South Korea's electronics exports grew rapidly, and the country became a major force in the global market. Chapter 7. State Support, Research and Innovation Policy. The government's strong research and innovation policy has also been a major reason behind the success of South Korea. From the very beginning, the country paid special attention to two things: setting up government research institutes and developing their own R&D departments within large companies. In the 1990s, the government launched special programs to promote information technology, which led to the rapid growth of the technology sector. Despite the economic crisis, the government continued to support high-tech industries by reforming policies, providing subsidies and incentives. Today, South Korea spends about 4.5% of its GDP on research and development, one of the highest in the world. For this reason, the country is rapidly innovating in modern fields like AI, robotics, and green energy, which has made it very technologically strong. Chapter 8. The Financial Crisis and Reform of 1997. The Asian financial crisis in 1997 also affected South Korea, which suddenly plunged the country's economy into crisis. Many large industrial groups were weakened due to heavy debt, and the situation became so serious that the country had to seek help from the International Monetary Fund (IMF). The crisis forced the government to carry out major economic reforms. Under this, the financial sector was made more open and transparency was increased in the functioning of companies. After the crisis, companies controlled their debt, improved management, and started working by understanding the risk. At the same time, the country took steps towards an open economy, which returned the confidence of foreign investors. Due to these reforms, South Korea's economy gradually strengthened and became more secure and stable for the future. Chapter 9. Digital Infrastructure and 5G Leadership. South Korea has made itself one of the world's leading countries in terms of technology by investing rapidly on digital infrastructure. The use of smartphones and high-speed internet is very high here, and the 5G network is also counted among the best networks in the world. According to the OECD, South Korea has about 593 5G base stations for every 100,000 people, which shows a very high level of coverage. The government made special national plans for fiber internet and 5G so that telecom companies can provide better and faster services. In addition, projects such as digital payments, e-governance, and smart cities have also promoted the use of technology. Due to all these efforts, South Korea has become the hub of digital Asia today. Chapter 10. Challenges and Global Competition. South Korea still faces many big challenges. The biggest challenge is the growing technological and manufacturing competition from countries like China, which puts pressure on Korean exporters. Moreover, global supply chain disruptions, such as chip shortages, also pose a problem for industries. Due to the relatively small population of the country, domestic demand is also limited. To deal with these problems, South Korea is constantly focusing on innovation. The government is implementing new policies and schemes to promote data centers, fintech, and startups. At the same time, the country is meeting these challenges by increasing international cooperation and participation in technical areas and trying to keep itself strong in global competitiveness. Chapter 11. The Future Direction. South Korea is now preparing to take its technological strength further. In December 2024, the government passed the AI Basic Act, which aims to make the country more competitive in artificial intelligence. In the coming years, South Korea will focus on advancing in modern areas such as 6G, artificial intelligence, quantum computing, and green technology. The country has a strong research system, skilled workers, and a good business environment, which helps in the development of new technologies. Due to global demand and the government's plans, South Korea will continue to be one of the world's leading countries in the field of technological innovation and sustainable development in the future. If you enjoyed this enlightening journey, don't forget to like and subscribe to the video.